¿Estás bien? Estoy bien, gracias. I'm cold. I wish the snow would go away. I'm tired of the snow. Buenos días, Aslan. James, ¿cómo estás? So you guys been doing star testing or no? In math and stuff? James, you've been doing star testing in like ELA? Um, yeah. So you guys behind me, which is the correct adjective to describe los tacos? Son horribles or horribles? Because remember, the word is horrible, ending in an E, right? Buenos dias, Elizabeth. Hola, Haley. Buenos dias a todos. Yay, Elizabeth. Right? If the original word in singular, right, is horrible, what do we do then? Good morning, Aslan. Buenos dias, Camora. Which is the correct adjective, you guys? Los tacos son horribles or horribles? What's your choice? Pop it in the chat while we wait for everybody else to join us. Sí, son, sí. Muy bien. Heaven, ¿cómo estás hoy? How are you today? Aslan, what's your response to the question behind me? Akari, how about you? So you guys, here's the deal. Because of the snow that we had the other day, my internet is lagging. Makes me crazy. So we need to be patient today. Correct. Camora, correct. Yeah, the original would be horrible. That's our word, right? Horrible with an E on the end. Like in English, right? It's just pronounced differently. Yeah, remember we went through and kind of found the cognates and stuff like that. Yeah, so horrible is like the perfect cognate because it's spelled exactly the same way. Means the same thing. We just pronounce it differently. Good morning, Stella. Buenos dias, Marilisa. How are you today? So how's star testing going, you guys? All good? Yeah, so you see I froze up, right, you guys? I mean, that's just gonna be a delay. We're just gonna have to be, you'll need to tell me if I need to repeat something. Good morning, Lay. Gracias. Melanie, Carolina, how are we? Good morning. So if you're just joining us, check out the question behind me. If the original word is horrible with an E on the end, how would we say los tacos son? The tacos are horrible. How would we do it? Which one would we choose? Also, if you're just joining us, my computer's still freezing up and lagging, unfortunately, because of our weather here. So we'll need to be patient. Let me know if I need to repeat something. Buenos dias, Nikki. Nikki, are you in? Give me a thumbs up, Nikki, if you can hear me and if you're in. Good morning, Stacy. Buenos dias, Carlin. Nikki, are you good? Because there's another one of you still trying to join. Okay, buenos dias a todos. All right, you guys behind me. Which is the correct adjective to describe los tacos? Los tacos son horribles, horriblos, or horribles. Very good, Melissa. Very good, Heaven. Remember that our original word is horrible, right? Horrible with an E on the end. So how would we make it plural? Did you guys have a good day yesterday? See, anything exciting? Nada. Okay. That's okay too. All right. Another thing I should probably share with you, when I had that surgery and I had to wear this thing in my mouth, it makes me thirsty. So I might every once in a while, you guys take a sip of water. So try to ignore that too. I apologize. Okay, are we ready to get started? See? So in our answer here, if the original word is horrible with an E, then we just say los tacos son horribles. And I put it in the chat so you can see what it looks like. Horribles, right? We just need to make it plural because remember, if it ends in an E, we don't need. All right, are we unfrozen? Give me thumbs up. Yeah. All right, so what we're going to do, we have a short time period today. So what we're going to do, class A, is I'm going to share some slides with you. And based on that, you're going to answer the question based on the image. Okay. And basically, this is just kind of a way to, review some of the words. Yeah. And recognize some of the cognates, because there is, I think, one or two words that I threw in here that are not on our vocab list that we did the other day, but they're cognates, so no sweat, right? Okay. All right. Give me thumbs up if you're ready to go. Muy bien. Okay, here we go. My goal to you guys today is, to give you some downtime, give you some time to maybe catch up on any work. Behind me, you guys, hoy es miércoles, el 3 de diciembre. Vamos a practicar con los adjetivos. And just a reminder that all assignments from our second 9 weeks are due no later than next Wednesday, the 17th. Okay. Or the Wednesday after the 17th. Anyway, the 17th. And so from now till then, I'll try to give you some time in class to complete any work. And that way you guys can have some free time for yourselves. Okay. All right. Any preguntas, questions? All right. Let's practice today. Okay. So give me a thumbs up if y'all can see my screen. Okay. Buenos dias, Dallas. Priscilla, C, Elizabeth, James, Akari, Aslan, Charlie. Give me thumbs up, por favor. Okay, gracias. Good morning, Chris. All right, so again, this is just a way of practicing. If you need to pull up your guided notes, you can. We're not going to finish them today. We're going to finish them tomorrow. But if you need something to, refer to, then that's cool. All right, clase, so it's Albert Einstein, in case you're not sure who's in the image. ¿Es inteligente o guapo? ¿Es inteligente o guapo? Yeah. Is the man intelligent or handsome? Is he intelligent or handsome? So what's your choice? Pop it in the chat. It's Albert Einstein. ¿Es inteligente o guapo? Good. This will also help with your spelling if you pop it in the chat. Muy bien. Sí, clase. Albert Einstein es inteligente. Inteligente, right? He's smart. Yeah, baseball player, Alex Rodriguez. ¿Es atlético o nervioso? ¿Qué piensas tú? ¿Es atlético o nervioso? Pop it in the chat. Good lay, good Carlin. ¿Es atlético o nervioso? It's Alex Rodriguez. He's obviously un jugador de béisbol. ¿Sí? Sí. Muy bien. Good job, you guys. Es atlético. Yes, he's athletic. Muy bien. Not nervous. Well, he might be nervous, but not in this picture anyway, right? Muy bien. Okay, check out the image. It's raining. ¿Es bueno o estúpido? ¿Es bueno o estúpido? ¿Es bueno o estúpido? What is bueno? Who remembers? Good. Yeah. So whatever the guy's doing, he's trying to walk the dog, right? ¿Es bueno o estúpido? ¿Qué piensas?
Es bueno.
¿Es bueno? Aquí, ok. Muy bien. ¿Quién piensa que es estúpido? Who thinks it's stupid? Sí. Okay, muy bien. Sí. Es estúpido. No sé. I guess that's a personal opinion, right? So is it good or is it good idea or a stupid idea, right? That's kind of a personal thing. Kind of clever though, right? All right, how about this? Take a look at the image. Es viejo o joven? So who remembers what is viejo? What is joven? Yeah, viejo's old and therefore joven, young, right? Because remember, we did like opposites to help us try to remember some of these. So es viejo o joven? I actually think this is a woman, but I wasn't sure. So I just went masculine. Yeah, like vintage. Yeah, that's a good way to remember. Sí, clase. El hombre es viejo, right? The man is old. Creo que es un hombre. I'm not really sure if it's a man or a woman. We'll say it's a man. El hombre es viejo. Okay. Muy bien. Okay. Las formigas, the ants, ¿son altos o feos? Altos o feos. Stacy, muy bien. Elizabeth. What's alto? Think altitude. If you're an alto, right? You're high. Alto is high, right? Like altitude, you're high up in the air. Feo, what is feo, you guys? You may remember? Ugly, like we had the image of el suéter feo, right? The ugly Christmas sweater, right? Feo, ugly. So the ants, son altos o feos? What do you say? Are they tall or ugly? Feos. Muy bien. Muy bien. Okay. All right. I don't know who this is. You all may know. If you know who it is, let me know. Oh, Channing Tatum. Really? Okay. I don't know who that is. Es simpático o antipático? Nice or not nice? ¿Qué piensas? What do you think, clase? ¿Simpático o antipático? Okay. Priscilla, can you unmute, mi amiga, and tell me, do you think Channing Tatum es simpático o antipático? There's no right or wrong answer, obviously, on this, Priscilla. Simpático o antipático? Can you unmute?
Simpático.
Simpático, muy bien. Now, you could say, that because you like Channing Tatum, but if you base it maybe on this particular image, we could even say he's antipático, right? So however it strikes you, correct? Carlin, ¿qué piensas? ¿Es simpático o antipático?
Simpático.
Simpático. Okay, muy bien. All right, let's go on. All right, this is Mr. Bean. I forget his real name. Rowan Atkinson, that's his name. Es desconocido o cómico? So, what is desconocido? First of all, do we remember what that means? See, Mr. Bean is supposed to be funny. See, what is desconocido? We had conocido and desconocido. So, what was desconocido? Very good, Lig. Unknown, right? Desconocido is something that is unknown. So, Mr. Bean, ¿es desconocido o cómico?
Cómico.
Cómico, sí, muy bien. Okay. Rowan Atkinson es cómico, sí. Muy bien, you guys. Good job. Okay. We're comparing or contrasting, I guess. El hombre es alto o bajo? Alto o bajo? Is he tall or short? ¿Qué piensas? El hombre. El hombre es alto o bajo? Carolina, can you unmute and tell us? ¿Qué piensas? ¿Alto o bajo?
Es alto.
Sí. Carolina, can you give it a try? ¿Alto o bajo? Yep. Can you unmute? Sí, Christopher. Muy bien. Alto. He's tall. Muy bien. All right. La chica o la mujer, ¿cómo es? Stacy, ¿cómo es la chica o la mujer? ¿Cómo es? Can you unmute? La chica,
She's, I forgot the word for short.
alta o baja? What do you think?
Baja.
Baja, sí, muy bien. La mujer o la chica, well, she's not a chica, she's a mujer, right? She's a woman. La mujer es baja, baja, right? She's short. See, especially compared to the guy, right? That's standing next to her. Sí, es baja. All right, good. Okay. Now, we didn't have these words on our list, but I bet you we can figure them out. So, what do you think tímido could mean? Priscilla? Charlie? What do you think? Yes. So, what does timid mean in English, you guys? What does timid
It
mean?
means like shy, nervous, and extroverted means like you're outgoing and
There you go. Outgoing. So, shy or outgoing. Extrovertidos, right? So, what do you think these people son tímidos o extrovertidos? ¿Qué piensas? Sí, muy bien, Heaven. Sí. Ley, muy bien. Sí. James, ¿qué piensas tú? What do you think? Very good. Marilisa, can you unmute and tell us what you think? ¿Tímidos o extrovertidos?
extrovertidos.
Sí, muy bien. Extrovertidos. Okay, good job. Let's keep going. Okay, do we know this person? Even if we didn't, we can see his facial expression. See, Dr. House. He actually used to be in a show.
Cereal.
¿Es cómico o serio? I'm probably lagging, right?
Cereal.
Serio, muy bien, serio. Sí, perfecto, perfecto. Serio, right? He's pretty serious. He's not very funny in this image. Okay, that's the point I did. Okay. ¿Es fácil o difícil? Fácil o difícil? Who remembers these? These are hard. Right. So if we can recognize difícil, meaning difficult, then the opposite of difficult would be fácil, which would be what? Clase, easy. Muy bien. So tell me based on the image, ¿es fácil o difícil? Aslan, what do you say? ¿Fácil o difícil? Difícil, sí, sí, muy bien, difícil. Haley, ¿qué piensas? What do you say? ¿Fácil o difícil? ¿Qué piensas, Haley? Sí, difícil, muy bien, difícil. Okay. All right, check out this little boy. ¿Es simpático o antipático? Dallas, ¿qué piensas? This little boy, este niño chico, ¿es simpático o antipático? Dallas.
Antipático.
Antipático, sí, el niño es antipático. He's being a jerk, isn't he? Mm-hmm. Sí. All right. We're almost done, you guys. Un anillo es barato o caro. So who remembers what do these mean? First of all, what is barato o caro?
Barato means like very cheap and inexpensive, and caro means very expensive.
And good. Right. So muy caro, right? Very expensive. So what do you think, Blase? El anillo. ¿Es barato o caro? Pop it in the chat. Elizabeth, can you unmute, por favor, and tell us if this is barato o caro?
Caro.
Caro, muy bien, es caro. All right. Okay, preguntas, clase, any questions? All right, so now we're going to switch gears just a smidge, okay? And I hope y'all are watching the clock for me. We got about 20 minutes. Okay, bueno. Okay, we were frozen. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna try to describe some people. We're gonna try to use simple sentences, right, you guys? And if we don't know who they are, it doesn't really matter because we're just using our vocabulary. It doesn't necessarily have to be the truth. Okay. All right. So once again, if it helps you to have your guided notes open in another tab as a reference, you can do that. I'm going to go ahead and share. And we'll do one together and then we'll practice together. Okay, just kind of like we usually do, right? Okay, can y'all see my screen? Give me a thumbs up. See, because again, I'm lagging so much. I just need to make sure we're communicating. Okay, so here's our goal, you guys, is to create sentences with 2 adjectives. It doesn't matter which ones, but they need to be correct, masculine, feminine, singular, or plural. And then we need to use the correct form of ser. So remember, you guys, I don't know, must have been Monday or something. I kind of pointed out, do you realize that what we're trying to do is build simple sentences, like from the first of the year, learning vocab, learning a verb. Now we're describing, right, patterns and things. So we're trying to create sentences. So this is really our first time sort of putting stuff together. So if we look at our Muy bien, Stacy. If we look at our example, we have Bob es inteligente y guapo, right? So once again, our form of ser is es if it's singular, right? Because we're in our example, we just got Bob, right? And then we need to realize that because Bob is singular, I'm going to put an S here, and masculine, right, you guys? Then the words that we use to describe Bob also have to be singular and masculine. Okay? So some of our words end in an E, like inteligente or horrible or whatever. And some of our words end in an O or an A, and we have to make sure, or end in an O, yeah. And so we have to make sure that if we're describing someone who's feminine, that we make the appropriate changes. Okay, Stacy? So we'll do this first one together. Serena Williams is a tennis player. So you guys tell me what 2 adjectives we can use. Just give me something, an idea in the chat. Okay, muy bien. So we can say ella es, right? And I'm just going to do this one with you. Ella es, you guys are telling me conocida. Yeah, she's well known. Y atlética, right? You can just say that. You can also say that, yeah, she's kind of became atlética, right, you guys? Everybody cool with that? I know it's going to freeze up heaven and I apologize. So that's why if you missed something, you want me to repeat myself, let me know. Okay, everybody cool? See? Okay. Now, one of the joys of Spanish is that when we are talking, when we know what we're talking about or who we're talking about in this case, right? We don't even need this word ella. We can get rid of it, right? We don't even need it because we know that we're talking about her. And so then our sentence would be capital E, right? Es conocida atlética, because we all know that we're talking about Serena in this case. Okay, everybody cool with that? See? All right, let me clear my mess out of the way. And we'll go to another one. All right, so I'll give you a minute to think about it. ¿Cómo es Cristiano Ronaldo? Cristiano Ronaldo is this soccer player, football player, right? So pop your sentence in the chat. And I need to hear from everyone. And be aware, if you don't type something in the chat, I might call on you, yeah, to unmute. So you might want to just go ahead and pop your stuff in the chat. ¿Cómo es Cristiano Ronaldo? Describe him to me in a sentence. In a sentence, right, Heaven? Just like in our example up here. Right? We're following, oopsie, we're following this example. Okay, Kimura, muy bien. Muy bien, Elizabeth. Perfect. Heaven. Perfect. Perfecto. Sí. Muy bien, Lay. Good job. Great job. Marilisa. Muy bien. Football. Football. Soccer is football in the rest of the world. The only place football is in America. I mean, oh, yeah. So the rest of the world calls it fútbol americano, right? American football. Yeah. Talentoso y famoso, sí. Carolina, I haven't heard from you. Charlie, I haven't heard from you. Muy bien, Melanie. Akari, I haven't heard from you. James, I haven't heard from you. You guys need to remember our chat box is our scrap paper. Better to make mistakes in chat than on an assignment. All right. Sí, muy bien, Carlin. Melanie, I haven't heard from you. Did I? Oh, yes, I did. My bad. Okay. Bueno, so you guys are telling me, this is what y'all are telling me. I'm going to try and pop it in here. I'm going to collect them. You guys are telling me L, S, alto. Some of you said alto. Some of you said trabajador. They're trabajador. He's hardworking. Some of you told me conocido. He's well known. What else did y'all tell me? Atlético, right? Y atlético. All right. I can't type. Atlético. Okay, bueno. All right, you guys. So, sí, él es alto, trabajador, conocido y atlético, right? He's tall, he's hardworking, he's well known, he's athletic. There were some others in there too, right? All masculine. Notice they're all masculine and singular. Okay. All right. Muy bien. Let me erase all and we'll try a couple more. All right. Let me see what I got in here. Let's do this one. Ha. Because this will get us some words. All right. ¿Cómo es Taylor Swift? ¿Cómo es Taylor Swift? Be nice. Dallas, I haven't heard from you. Akari, James, Aslan, Nikki, I haven't heard from you. In a sentence, we're still doing the same thing. In a sentence, por favor. Follow the example. Careful, Elizabeth. Muy bien, Christopher. Es una mujer, ¿no, clase? Es una mujer. Sí, Carolina, muy bien. Stacy, how about you? Nikki? Muy bien. Sí. Haley? Let's try to use the words we're practicing. Bonita. Sí, bonita. Very good. All right, so let me collect what you guys have. Again, we're talking about one person who's feminine. So you guys are telling me bonita. Remember, we got it. These are going to end in an A because she's a girl. Right, you guys? All of these things, that's why I keep trying to tell you those 4 criteria, those 4 things that we always have to consider in Spanish: masculine or feminine, singular or plural, because the whole sentence has to sort of match in that way, right? So in this sense, we have S is, because we're talking about one person, right? Bob is, or Taylor is. And then because she's a female in this case, our describing words have to be feminine. So es bonita, conocida, right? You guys, do you see what I'm doing here? Yes. Alta, if she's tall, I don't know, but that's okay. Alta. Anything else? What do we have up here? Okay, some of you say she's guapa, which is fine. Okay, but take a look at your sentence because a lot of you guys kept him in the masculine. Remember, we have to, am I freezing? We have to match, you guys. We have to match masculine, feminine, singular, or plural. So notice if we're talking about her, they end in an A. Okay. Now, if she was inteligente and it ends in an E, that would stay the same, right? That wouldn't change ever, right? Okay. Any questions about why we have to change the spelling? No. So it's not hard, but it's hard to remember, isn't it, you guys? Because we don't have to think about it that way in English. Okay, one more, and we're going to do a plural. All right, you guys. So heads up. Let's do a plural in the time that we have left. All right. So we have Simone Biles and Jonathan Owens. Right? He's a music person, I think, and she's a gymnast, right? So notice what has changed. Before you do anything, look up here. What has changed? Okay, sorry about that. If we're talking about Bob and Bob is one person, we said S, right? But when we want to make it plural, it's going to be ellos or ellas, right? Exactly. So we have to make all of the changes. And then our describing words are going to be plural. Now, since we have Jonathan in there, remember that our default is always going to be masculine. All right, so pop in the sentence into your chat, please. Tall, short, friendly, whatever you want to say. Strong. Yeah, it's a good one, Melanie. Perfect. Okay, Kimura, but we have more than one person. I haven't taken roll yet, you guys, so do not leave. Those of you guys who leave early. Okay. Tell me in chat. Kimura, how would you fix that? Muy bien, Christopher. All right, so here's what we do, you guys. We would say son, take a look at my screen, conocidos, simpáticos, y okay, we have to be plural because now we're describing two people, right, you guys? Okay. While I'm taking roll, good job, you guys. You guys did a great job. We just need to remember, right, to make those things plural. In the module, I'm going to stop sharing. Maybe that'll help. In the module, there is a VHL assignment posted. We have 2 minutes left of class. So I want you to head on over there, por favor. I'm going to take attendance while you guys are doing that. So take a look at my screen. Okay. It's the very last thing. It's got our little firework deal. Ellos son interesantes. And that's going to give us a little more practice on making things masculine, feminine, singular, or plural. So go ahead and click on that. Let me know if you have any questions, and then don't vanish because I need to take roll. Okay. Okay. So once again, you guys, we don't use online translators in this class. We need to stick with the vocabulary that we're practicing because that's what you're responsible for on tests, etc. And remember that none of this stuff goes away. We just add to it as the year goes on. So it's really important that you practice what we have. But basically, you're just going to write in sentences exactly the way we just did about describing celebrities, but you're going to describe what's in the image. So make sure that you make it singular, plural, masculine, or feminine. Okay, you guys? All right. Okay, that's our time for today. Give me an adios. Yeah.
Adios. What's up?